This Bible is I asked my brother for this Bible because he vigorously studied the Bible, and I'm a studious person. And even with a master's degree, I never took this many notes in any book that I ever read before. So, I looked at it like, okay, not only is it the Bible, but he highlighted, underlined, wrote a lot of notes, So it's a study guide, to learning about God's words. And it's so unique because this is really, outside of my brother Dog, this is one of two Bibles, the only items that he owned. And he actually wanted to show me in his Bible before he gave it to me, because I have a lot of race relations trauma. He said, he showed me a scripture. And in that scripture, it said that God is impartial. He was like, you know what impartial mean, right? He was like, well, God only see your heart. And I was just like, why the world not like that? And he was like, because he's God, and nobody in the world can see through God's eyes. And it just really made me wish that the world could see through God's eyes. And that's, something that really stuck with me, is that God is impartial and he only see your heart. Imagine living in a world where everybody only saw people's heart. Unfortunately, that's not the world that we live in. So, I'm definitely gonna always have this Bible, and I'm gonna try to keep passing it on. This is probably gonna be an heirloom that we pass. I'll probably try to figure out a way to preserve it, but I miss my brother. This is what his life exuded. He moved out of our house 10 months ago because he said that God told him that he needed to go down into the community with our unsheltered brothers and sisters and remind them that Jehovah hadn't forgotten about them and that his promises are for them too. And he wanted to show them the scriptures and pray with them and kind of just give them a reminder that it's a promise that's coming for them. And so I just try to have some solace in knowing that humans can never give us justice, only God can. And that in God's kingdom, there will be no qualified immunity. There will be no, you don't get jurisdiction, no human jurisdiction. And those things, I try to find some peace in between just all this chaos. So, my brother was a good dude by all accounts. We're definitely gonna miss him, and this is extremely tragic. And I just want the world to think about if this guy was in such imminent danger of these knives, why is he still standing there? He was antagonizing my brother because he threatened his life. He had premeditated murder on my brother's life. I have the phone records to prove it. He said that he was going to kill my brother, his dog, and burn down his tent, and my brother took that threat seriously. And he wanted to arm himself because he had MS and he didn't have muscle. And we live in a country that everybody want to tote guns and protect themselves, but then when people protect themselves, that's a problem too. So we looking at body cam video of the police saving a guy that's standing there antagonizing somebody that he was premeditating the murder on. And that I don't care if they release 100 body cams. They just releasing body cams with no context. We know the story. And the police haven't contacted us and asked us not one question. So they trying to paint this one-sided narrative that's absolutely not true at all. So, yeah, I just hope that these people in high places be reminded that their kids are gonna grow up one day and they gonna have altercations. And they're gonna have times where they feel like they need to protect themselves. They're gonna feel like their life is in danger and their lives are threatened. And they need to think about if that was their kids standing there in a situation like that, how would you want the police to handle? All those police knew that he had a knife, congregated, and y'all telling me 50 heads came together and that's all y'all came up with for a solution? Ridiculous. I hope all their moral compass inside of them don't allow them the peace. Period.